What is good, boys and girls, and welcome back to another episode of Quackers TV with me, the QTV man himself. Emphasis on the QT, because I am one. Simple. If you remember last time, the big Quack man was warned. He was told if he beat Betis and Bilbao, the ones he loved would pay. Not quite sure how that would work in FIFA. Guess hopefully not going to find out, but you never know. That Spanish bitch reporter seems to have it out for me, so I would not put it past her. Even better news, boys and girls, though. Depending on how Thursday goes, I should be able to get back to daily uploads. I know that's good news for me and pretty awful news for all of you lot, because you're probably bored of my voice by now. I get it, I'm a monotone piece of shit. It's okay. We get it. If you guys could say I'm not in the comments, I would appreciate it. Anyway, the Bat Club versus the Man Club. It doesn't work. Bat Club versus Club Bat. 1, 2, 3, go. The Bat Club versus the Club Bat. Valencia versus Levante. Underway. What's happening? As you can see, it seems like the warning has come true. Just 4 minutes into the game, someone has shot Carlos Soler in the kneecap, and it doesn't get much better for the Valencia and the Quackman himself, as Carlos Soler's midfield buddy, he's a little bro, he's brother from another lover. Pedri also goes down, having been shot with an arrow to the knee. Without arguably their two best players, it is up to the rest of them, up to the young guns to step up and show what they are worthy of. Bamford and Barnes, the Brexit duo, not quite up to it early on, and you've got to wonder, can Valencia do it without their star two, their star pairing in midfield? Well, you know, someone else who's a bit of a young star. Big Rivera, whose first name I've already forgotten, so it must be pretty irrelevant. We'll call him Double R. He bags a beautiful, beautiful goal when Valencia's backs are against the wall. If you're wondering why I sound a little quiet, mostly because I've got a high-pitched as fuck voice. Also because it's 4 AM again, so I'd rather not get absolutely battered by my older brother when I'm trying to record. Beautiful, beautiful bit of bend. I always say it might not make the hub with that bit of curve, but that curvy little bastard would certainly reach the BBW category. Beautiful from Rivera, and it does not stop there. A beautiful, beautiful, I'm going to overuse beautiful because I'm not smart enough to think of any synonyms for it. 1-2 of Yunus Musa and Bamford could not quite finish. And unfortunately for the boys, Jose Campagna with an absolute...
It's like, if I want to kill myself, I will. It's not hard to die. I could do it like right now.
With an absolutely unbelievable finish. Daniel Huas, the Super Saiyan, it's got to be said, his form overall this season, it's been nothing short of diabolical. And you've got to think, you've just got to start wondering, is FM correct? Do all players turn to absolute shit the second they become over 30? And should they all be replaced by South American wonder kids? I mean, the answer is always yes when it comes to FM. In real life, you'd say it might be a bit 50-50. But Gabriel Marti Party... It's been so long since I've seen Party Monday. I miss him so much. A South American wonder kid himself probably proving that it might be true. But it does... NANI? You've got to say these boys are missing... These boys are missing that midfield right now.
What's going on? That's
and this guy's missing the fucking charger cable.
That is fucking ridiculous. Jesus Christ! What are you doing, fella? What are you doing?
Diego Casas, though.
What are you doing?
As Pedri and Carlos Soler, the experienced head, the old heads, the veterans of the team go down injured. Is it Patrick Bamford who steps up? No. Is it Harvey Bargain Bucket? No. Is it even Kangan Lee? No. Is it Dejan? Can't pronounce his Kulilevsky name? No. Is it Is it Pedro Goncalves? I think it's Pedro. I think that's the Barca side. No, it is not. It is Rodrigo Rivera, Double R, and Diego Casas stepping up with what it has to be said are two absolutely unbelievable finishes. Luckily for us as well, when the other veterans are struggling, Ilian Meslier, form of his life, finally starting to show why Quack has sold what many would say was a much better, a considerably higher rated keeper than him. And it's not just because he probably secretly has a boy crush on him, even though he definitely does, because he's Quack, he's in a bit of a weirdo. But late on, 93rd minute, club the back to Levante, whip it in. Oh my god, that is awful. Fuck me. oh god. Okay.
Goes boing boing.
Daniel Fuas with the clearance. Valencia come away with the biggest and fattest of dubs. But it has to be asked, at what cost? Quackers TV is going to have a mountain of a task to replace his two star midfielders in Soler and Pedri. And the worst thing is as well, boys and girls, we all know there may be a man he loves more than all of them. So Patty Bamford, you better be covered in cotton wool, son. Anyway, we got an interview with the boss himself.
Quakers thoughts on what must be an emotional time having single-handedly forced a brave and honorable woman to attack your brethren.
I mean, I don't know how you know she's a brave and honorable woman, but anyway. Obviously, I'm pretty furious, to be honest, because now I'm going to be without Pedri for 3 months and Carlos Soler for 4. All because some bitch reporter decided she doesn't like me. Not quite sure why. I'm pretty sure there's something xenophobic about it. And yes, I did just use a big 3-syllable word. I don't even know if it's 3 syllables because I can't count. You know, I'm done with this. All that happens here is my intelligence gets questioned. I make dead jokes and then you all laugh at me. I'm going. Goodbye. I'm so bored of this. As you can see though, the boys were in for another big night. Can Big Pedro, I remember his first name, Goncalves, step up in centre midfield this time in the absence of the captain Carlos Solerbeam Soler and Iniesta's regen Pedri? It's going to be a tough task away in Donetsk, even though I'm pretty sure Shakhtar don't play in Donetsk anymore, but Goncalves plays a British things aren't ever good. It must be a fucking American. Koleski though whips it beautifully around the keeper. Start the engine, boys and girls, because that is a goal for the ages. When everyone,
You clinking, clanking, clattering collection of collisionous junk!
just going to apologise as well in the meantime if you can hear my obnoxious dog snoring. He's an obnoxious piece of shit. Unlike Big Ludovic, the French bastion of Choix du Vive, a Jorquet, rising like a salmon, and you know the same by now, boys and girls. Harding. Did I just fuck up one among us common sense? Yes, I did. Heading it harder than a 13-year-old boy discovering Instafots for the first time. What a big goal from the big man. And as you can see, that was enough to see Valencia through. And not just that, see their players through safely. There was big security concerns. I mean, Javier Tebas was still fuming with Crackers after his rage-inducing interview in the last episode and forced them to play on despite 2 players literally being shot. Yes, Valencia were forced to play on against Levante despite 2 of their best players being shot. Now you might see why I say this league is fraudulent. My players were shot in the knee by a sniper. Did the police turn up? No. Did the medics turn up? No. Did the ambulance turn up? No. They were shot by a fucking sniper and we were forced to play on. Anyway, Espanyol up next. The shit version of Barcelona. The much better version of Barcelona's dynasty coming forward though. Patty Bank press. Um. I. 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 I generally don't know what to say. I could not give it less of a fuck that we're winning. Patrick? Please be okay, Patrick. This bitch is taking it too far this time. Attack any of the Spanish players, I couldn't give less of a fuck. Kill Jose Guy, literally string him up, hung, drawn and quartered him. He hurt my Bamford. Yes, I'm calling him a he because I don't know what his fucking gender is. I ain't going to assume what a Texas speech what's gender is, even if they're called Penelope. Breaking the fourth wall pretty hard there. News from the hospital. Patrick Bamford will be okay, but he will join Soler and Pedro on the sideline for 3 more months, leaving Valencia without their best striker and their first 2 choice centre midfielders. Even if you watch this and see them doing quite brilliantly in the shadow of such a travesty, questions have to be asked. I don't give a shit like this rainbow flicked keeper and made him look like a bitch. He did taste the shit out of that rainbow though. Questions have to be asked about, has this Valencia team got the spine, the capability to overcome this sort of tragedy? Just like my tragic pronunciation of that word right there. All I know, boys and girls, is I'm Quackers TV, and I think, considering all recent events, I thought I could take on the blackmailer, to be honest. But I've got some thinking to do, boys and girls. I'll be back at some point.
It can be confirmed that Valencia manager Quackers Television has once again made like a little bitch and ran off when faced with these problems. The bad club coach was seen sprinting out of the stadium in tears earlier today, leaving fans all around the world to question why such a cocky piece of shit is such a little bitch in the face of the slightest bit of danger. I mean, I am pretty sure this ginger Wangstein would run from a gang of triple Girl Scouts, making us all wonder how this little pretentious twat has actually gotten laid. I mean, how desperate must that girl have been to end up smacking such a disgusting piece of shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. What is more insane is that I still have 27 seconds of airtime to fill because this lazy prick edited in the effects for the matches after this bit already and Toto Ripple is a right bastard. So I guess as the new owner of Quackers Television, el reporterino a completely real and original name not stolen from any of Quackers my funnier friends. I must insist that if you have a large penis and in any female's case a delightful personality, please like, comment and subscribe. It may be the only thing that brings this lanky streak of peace out from his day hole.
As you can see, in Quacker's absence, Valencia barely able to hang on to a draw against Real Mallorca, and Ajorque, as usual, stepping up with Daniel the Super Saiyan Juas to get an away win at Ajax.
I literally hurt everyone you have ever cared about, and you're still self-absorbed enough to return just because Real Sociedad always bend you over and take you like the little bitch you are, and your narcissistic self can't handle it. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yes, boys and girls, you did hear that correctly. Quackers, the man, the myth, the cuck. Who the fuck wrote cuck on the script? The man, the myth, the definitely not a cuck, is back. Real Sociedad could not give less of a fuck what their stadium is called, so I will not say what it is. Don't think it's going to be called the Real E San Sebastian Arena for some reason. If it is, then suck your mum and fall over in the shower so you forget that too. Derek Gray and Lee Dixon, the famous Spanish commentary pairing, on mic for what is sure to be a doozy of a game.
Oh my goodness gracious!
As you can see, Valencia's players were on edge, having watched 3 of their closest and most important members be struck down in their prime. Toron Koopmeiners, the stand-in captain, and to be honest, a legend of a man, a real man's man, a guy who struggled in his first few months here, a guy who barely adapted, but a guy who has stepped up when everything was looking tight, was looking barer than Quacker's Tinder profile. Koopminer stepped up to take the lead. But they're going to need more than Koopminer to save this. He can't save him here. Ben Yedder steps up and dummies it. Oh no, that was Mikael Marino, and Quackers has absolutely bottled that at it. But you know who hasn't bottled it? Ilian Melier. So good, I'm going to say his real name for once, with a beautiful save. And the defender's big Nordi Mukwele joins in with a beautiful headed clear. But Valencia need to stay switched on. They cannot be switching off like a broken light bulb right now. Again, questions have to be asked. Is Daniel Wass's form temporary? Can he refine the form that made him such a formidable right back last year? Because right now, he's looking a little wet on that side. Sociedad coming forward again, just making it look easily. And thankfully for the Quack Boys and the Bat Club, Ilian Meslier showing yet again why Quackers always pronounce his name wrong, because he deserves the job west, because he is the Messi of goalkeepers. Kangin Lido, a man who has stepped up big time recently, plays Dejan in.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
Breathe, Quackers.
Shut
It's okay.
the fuck up.
Breathe.
You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.
Okay, we come forward again with Maximilian Arnold. Maximilian, maximum power, plays in John Koopminers. And this is what I say. This is why I said they have been stepping up. The Dutch CDM plays it into the Korean right back. And they get a huge goal against a team Valencia famously struggle with. Yet to beat in this career mode. Harvey, the bargain bucket Bonzo, puts them ahead and makes you think, could this be it? Could this be the day Valencia finally beat all of their demons, finally overcome even their fiercest of adversary, and pick up that big fat dub? Probably not, because Pex is a bold job piece of shit, but you don't know that for sure. All we do know for sure is, I'm just going to say this out of character for a bit, please find me one other career mode player who would cripple literally his 3 best players for content. Please find me one other career mode player who'd do that. I dare you, I guarantee, no career mode player has ever literally crippled half of his team's core just to entertain people. Back in character, Maxi Arnold with a beautiful scoop. That is a mint chocolate chip right there, and the keeper is feeling hella salty after it. Gets a hand on it, but he's limp, weak little dick, wrists, not enough to keep Maxi's balls at bay. Beautiful little lob into the goal, and at 3-1 up, you've got to think, Valencia just aren't the type to bottle this. Have we ever seen them bottle a 3-1 lead? I'd say no, I'd say nay, and Maxi Arnold apologising to the keeper and the fans for embarrassing him like that. Could he be the man to step up in Carlos Soler's wake? Remember, he got over 50 goal contributions last year. We're fucking how are we going to replace? I regret this already. It's literally like 120 goals I just took out of the club. Quackers on his return though gets a massive 3 points when Valencia's hopes could have faltered. It could have been a turning point in the season. Quackers came back. The boys, the experienced hand, stepped up. I don't even know what to say. I'm close to tears. It's pretty inspirational shit, boys and girls. If this is the last you ever see of me, thank you for watching me at my absolute peak. But for now, we've got a press conference. It's Quackers TV. It's fake duck person and he's bullish in the face of all of his fears.
Quackers, I have been reliably informed by a swell and full reporter that your life may now be in danger. Was one win against a team who have beat you a couple times enough to save your little dick energy?
I'll have you know, my dick is 4 inches hard. It makes girls very uncomfortable in a good way. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Before you go talking about little dick energy. Look, I'm fed up with this. I'm not going to live in fear of some silly little bint threatening me off the phone. I'm sure those 3 players getting shot in the exact same position from the exact same sort of gun with the exact same bullet was a coincidence. Gun crime and that, innit, bruv? I'm not going to live in fear anymore of this. I'm going to go and face my fears. I'm going home now and I'm going to be at our next game to batter some more people. Goodbye.
This is Shanahan and your Dodds Willie with BBC News. Today, an apparently shocking and not totally predictable turn of events. The man many believe to be lying about ever talking to a female, the cut himself QUACKERS has gone boom. Little is known about the current state of the ginger pagan, but what we can tell you is that unfortunately he does seem to be alive. I know we are all pretty gutted. The 2 days we had without his annoying monotone bitch self were some of the best times of our life. That's all from me, Sean Oirman Safani with ITV.
As you can see, as Quack has recovered from the injuries involved in that massive explosion, Valencia's form faltered. Valencia's form fell off a cliff. It exploded more than the car Quack was in. And not just that, they fell from their perch at the top, finding themselves 1 point behind Barcelona now going into January. Good night, boys and girls. It's been real.